Welcome back, everybody. What a great week. Week 3 is finally in the books. I have on with me this week Johnny Mays scoring an impressive 167.24 points. Way to go, Johnny. Any words for the crew?
Cheers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get to the liquor store, so I got Topo Chicos. Please don't judge me, y'all.
It's all good. Feels good to be on top.
That's what she said.
Shit.
All right, y'all. We ready to get into it?
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love the attitude. Okay, so week 3, we're still looking for that RB1 as we got names like Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, barely making it either within the top 20 or outside of the top 20. So congratulations to those of you guys who do have running backs firing on the same cylinders. I got one of those managers on with me right now, so way to go if you do. But if you're like me, you're still looking for that RB1. Anything to add, Johnny?
Nothing, man. Fucking just happy to be here.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you for the time as well. How is it in DC?
Well, man, it's been a blast. Ride my bike to work every day. Everything's close as shit. I haven't drove a car in like a month and a half now.
Eco-friendly. That's what I'm talking about, motherfucker.
Yep.
So as always, we're going to bust a cap. We're going to do the weekly recap in which we go through the week that was the matchups, starting with the closest victory and ending with the beatdown of the week. We will head on to the No Mames manager of the week, which we all know who think, or we all should know who it is by now. And we're going to end out with the league leaders. Okay. You ready to do this, Johnny?
Let's get it.
All right, so we're going to start off with the closest matchup of the week, which is going to be Bolts Creek narrowly edging out Throw Rogan Experience by a total of 5.06 points. Bolts Creek, way to go, moving to 2-1, while Throw Rogan Experience drops down to 1-2. Shout out to Joe Burrow for being able to keep up with Josh Allen this week, as Josh Allen has been a continuous force in Throw Rogan Experience's lineup. And look at this big splash play here by Devonta Smith. No thanks. Thanks in part to my man Jalen Hurts, but Devonta Smith going off for 169-1. What did you notice in this matchup, Johnny?
Throw Rogan, leaving Russell Gage on the bench this week. Could have easily carved the dub this week, but left him on the bench, and even with Keelan Allen not scoring anything, kudos to Hell Hath No Fury. I'm sorry.
Bolts Creek. I think that's his. I think his at is Hell Hath No Fury, but his team name is Bolts Creek, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, kudos to Bolts Creek. Carving out the dub.
Way to go. Even with somebody on their bench who wasn't playing, I should take some notes. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Close one for Throw Rogan Experience. Looking to get back into the win column next week, and Bolts Creek looking to stay hot. Anything else to add about this game, Johnny?
Nothing, just a good close win.
Yes, sir. Those close wins. I wish I could have got one this week. All right, now we're moving on to Dalvin and the Chipmunks beating out Team 2 Kittle too late. So Edgar against Leo. Edgar improving to 2-1, while Leo drops to 1-2. And I got to be honest, the GIF right there kind of explains how I felt about this game. Oh, Dios mío. I feel like there's some answers to be had here and on both these rosters. I'm a little concerned. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah. RB1s, not doing no favors out here.
No, especially to me. I mean, and this is what's kind of standing out to me is the highest scoring player of this game is Derek fucking Carr. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Not a good sign, but way to go, Edgar, to be able to pull out a win. Leo, I'm sure he'll get it together here soon. He's got Patrick Mahomes, so you know he's going to be a scary player no matter what.
Oh yeah, every week he has the opportunity to win.
Yeah. Anything else to add, Johnny?
No, it's just one of those weeks. It's like you're up and down.
Let's hope it's only one of those weeks, but it's starting to feel like a trend for some of these teams now. Moving on, Finding Debo, finding himself in one of the top 3 scorers this week by beating out Dirty Mike Chubbs by over 40 points. Finding Debo improving to 2-1, while Dirty Mike Chubbs falls to 2-1, receiving his first loss of the season. One thing to notice here is that they're going to have to pay this man Lamar Jackson, because this is getting like 2019-ish Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. He's QB1 and RB1 right there.
Yeah, it's nuts. I think I saw this crazy statistic on Twitter. Now, somebody has to vet this. I'm just talking, I might be talking out my ass here, that says if you were to take away all of Lamar's rushing yards, he would be the QB6. And if you were to take away all of Lamar's passing and air or throwing passing touchdowns, he would be the RB5 or something like that. So that's just nuts to have a top 10 player in one person on your roster. So way to go finding Debo. Go ahead and ride that stack with Mark Andrews as much as you can. And you know what, man? Dirty Mike Chubb's been kind of on a downward trend as well. I think last week he scored 144, and the week prior he was our top scorer. If you remember, Johnny, he was on here talking a whole lot of shit.
A lot of shit. But your RB1 and your wide receiver one, they're on a downturn. Let's see if they can pick it up next week. But it's hard to go up against Lamar Jackson when he's putting up numbers like that.
I mean, I beat Lamar Jackson's team. Just saying. But I did lose to Dirty Mike's Chubbs last week. So interesting league how it's playing out. But yeah, Dirty Mike's Chubbs, don't sweat it. Still in a winning position. We'll figure it out. Oh man, Johnny, what do you got to say about this matchup, sir?
This matchup surprised me a little bit. But like I said, you can't sleep in on Sundays. Benny got you.
Oh my gosh, Benito definitely got me. And my team name is No Amon Regrets, and now it's kind of a pun on my Amon-Ra St. Brown pick. But I don't have any regrets singing my heart out to Benito and forgetting to set my lineup. I do want to address the league real quick, Johnny. Fellas out there, y'all know me as the person who is the constant stickler for setting the lineups. And please forgive me for forgetting this one time. I promise this will never happen again. But it really was just a crazy weekend in Vegas, and I had totally did not sleep the night before and forgot all about Jacoby Myers not playing. So yeah. I think we talked about this a little bit too, Johnny. Even if I had put in a player on my bench that scored some points, the likelihood of it being Chris Olave was not high, man. I was not considering at all putting in Chris Olave this week. Now moving forward is a different story, but I was not going to play him. So it was a clean beat, man. Great job, dude. Anything else to say?
It feels good to be on top. So I know everybody's gunning for me, but I'm going to ride this wave until somebody knocks me off my high horse. So suck it.
Yes, sir. Way to go. Improving to 3-0, our only unbeaten team in the league. Must feel good right now. Your team is pretty unstoppable. And I love that you're able to be the highest scoring team of the week by having a quote unquote off week from Cooper Kupp. It's only scoring 16.4 points.
My team is scary. I've shared my team with a couple people and they're like, how'd you draft that? And I said, I don't know. I was fucking drunk while I was drafting.
Yes, sir, man. But hey, you're doing it now. I do want to remind you quickly. I think the first time you were in our league, you did start off on a hot streak, but you got down the stretch and a turn.
So I'm used to this. I'm hot right out the gates and then fizzle out, try to come back in playoffs, and we'll see what happens, but I'm just happy to be 3-0 right now.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to get in your head, Johnny. That's all I'm trying to do, sir.
I'm trying to get in playoffs and see what happens from there.
Yes, sir. You're on your way, definitely. It's a great win, Johnny. Look to continue this hot streak. On to the beatdown of the week, and check my balls, finding himself into the winners column. We had the battle of the basement in this one here, as Check My Balls gets his first win of the season, while Bag Chasers unfortunately drops to 0-3. And you know, it might be time to hit the panic buttons for Bag Chasers, because he just got the beatdown of the week by losing by a total of 56.88 points, man. And this is the first time of the season in which we had our data going the opposite way.
Fucking going the opposite way.
You're skewing her shit here, Titus.
It's like, what the fuck's going on? Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. But check my balls. Way to go to get into the winners column. Let me check this lineup while we're checking these balls. Why not? We had Baker Mayfield leading the charge for you, but CeeDee Lamb. Now that's just kind of dog shit. That Lions and Giants game was bullshit. It was snoozes up until the last 8 minutes, but way to go, CeeDee Lamb being able to bail him out in that. And Cordero Patterson, man, it's hard to live in a world in which Cordero Patterson is a better running back for fantasy than Christian McCaffrey. It's driving me nuts at this point. Anything to add, Johnny?
Nothing. Just that's a tough loss. You gotta hit that waiver, hit the trade books. Let's see if we can make it happen. You
It's
got
not
nothing
too
else to
late.
lose. You're 0-3, so you might as well just throw it out there.
Not too late. Let's see some stuff,
Nope.
man. Let's see it. Oh man, but let's get it together, bag chasers. It's not over yet. But yeah, we might need to start rethinking the strategy, right?
Been there before.
Me
Been there.
too. Me too. I think my worst start was 0-5, and I turned around and made the playoffs.
Oh yeah. It's only up from here.
All right, man. Keep it up. Way to go. Check my balls. Get into the win column. All right, y'all. And you already know what it is. And No Mama's Manager of the Week is nonetheless going back to me for being too love drunk on Benito and starting Jacoby Myers, who did not play. And I could have played Chris Olave, who scored a total of 23.7 points. While me, I lost this week by 22.24 points. So that could have been the difference. But as I stated before, there was no way I was starting Chris Olave this week. Moving forward is a different discussion, but last week it was just not going to happen. So, Johnny, anything to say to the No Mames Manager of the Week?
Tough beat. Excited to see the next go around what'll happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I will wear this No Mames once again, otra vez, and look to turn it around, like Johnny says. Now, on to the league leaders. This is interesting here because we have Connor McKegger absolutely crushing the competition here. Well, not crushing. This is the wrong number. He is the league's top scorer by a total of 26 points, scoring 566.34 points so far this season. Finding Debo is at 540, not 365. That is a typo. Finding Debo, finding himself in the top two at who is that right there? What's that team right there? Whose team is that?
I believe that's you.
That's me.
Just couldn't make it
But
happen.
I'm 1-2 though. I'm like a losing team.
Hey, that's how it works out sometimes. Some people, you have a good week and then somebody else just has an even better week. And you're like, well, fuck. Well, what was the point of that?
Yeah. So you know what, Johnny? I love that's where you're at right now. But I'm looking at that gap. And to me, not that big of a gap, sir. Not that big of a gap between Finding Debo and us, or us three. And I think our number 4 is Dirty Mike Chubbs, who isn't too far behind us either. Yeah, Dirty Mike Chubbs is only 5 points behind me. So it's going to be interesting.
It's a close race. I think it's definitely different not having kickers and 2 quarterbacks. So on any given week, I mean, if you got a guy that can pop off for a shit ton of points, like it's insane what can happen.
But it was a great week, man. A couple of close games this week. The whole league is competitive. We'll keep on remember to set our lineups. I might set a reminder to you guys out just to make sure we prevent this in the future. Again, my bad, y'all. My apologies. Connor McKegger out here crushing it, 566 points. Finding Debo in second right now with 540.06. And me rounding out the top 3 with 489.52. Johnny, anything to say to the group before we go?
Nothing. Just waiting for someone to step up.
Oh, fuck, man.
I don't think anybody can talk right now, so we'll see what happens.
Ooh, you right. You right about that, sir. You're right about that until you're not right about that.
For the moment, I'll keep my place on my high horse.
That's right, sir. Thank you for your time, Johnny. Remember to set the lineups and everybody have a great week.
Yeah, keep pounding.